Day 2 now, Thursday, not the most interesting day, just the two races I'm going to take a look at here. The first one being the Yorkshire Oaks. As mentioned previously, my kind of chips were on Blue Stocking in this race. I thought she had a great chance on ratings, on all known form. I thought she did look like the one to beat in this race. However, she has gone for the Judgment International on the Wednesday on the first day, which leaves a little bit more of a wide open look to this one. We'll take a quick look at the odds for the Yorkshire Oaks, and we've got Queen of the Pride and Content looking like they're vying for favouritism. Emily Upjohn, You Got To Me, Mistral Star, Lava Stream, Sea Theme and Port Fairy rounding them off. Taking a look at some of the results from this race in the past years, 6 of the last 7 have been favourite, so it's definitely been a kind race to punters, and 8 of the last 10 have actually been 3-year-olds. The other thing that I think massively stands out in this race is Aidan O'Brien's absolute domination of this race. Going back to 2014, I think he's won 6 of the last 10. Yeah, he loves the target one at this. He loves a 3-year-old winner of this race. And he's won 3 of the last 4, all with 3-year-olds that all enjoyed very, very good seasons, Ryan Oaks, etc., etc. The 3-year-olds in this race are Lava Stream, I think won a pretty decent race, possibly at Ascot. Second at Ascot to Port Fairy, who also reopposes in this race Port Fairy for Aidan O'Brien. After winning at Ascot, kind of blew out next time in the same race as You Got To Me and Content. So those are the 2 of interest to me here. You Got To Me and Content, they both ran very well last time out. That was in the Irish Oaks. You Got To Me winning that from Content just by 3 1/4, just under a length. So those 2 look to be the best kind of at this trip in this form 3-year-olds, and I think just with knowing Aidan O'Brien's record in this race, his ability to point one at this race and to win this race, Content has to be the one here. And looking at her form this season, she's had 4 runs where at the start of the season she was being tried over 8 furlongs, which didn't look like it was suiting her. Ever since then, her 3rd run at the Curragh this season was behind Blue Stocking, just a 4.5 length defeat over 10 furlongs, a mile and 2, which is nice improvement there. And then again, she's improved up to 1 mile 4 for the first time in her career, to be beaten just under a length by You Got To Me in the Irish Oaks. This is an improving horse. She's still unexposed at the trip. Aidan can definitely get the best out of her. Ryan Moore can definitely get the best out of her. I think she can go off favourite here. As we know, the record of favourites in this race, record of Aidan O'Brien in this race, I have backed her at 3 1. I think she might go off favourite. I think she'll win the race. Content in the Yorkshire Oaks, 3:35 on Thursday. So the only other race we're going to look at on the Thursday is going to be the Galtres Stakes. It's a listed race over 1 mile 4 for 3-year-old or older fillies. The market is headed by See Just In Time, Saturn, Carmology, Fairy Glen, Nikhil, Scenic, Noisy Jazz, Divina Grace, Esmeralda, Climate Friendly and Dorja Mihaly. Something along those lines. Probably butchered that. A little closer look at some of the recent history of this race and some recent trends to go by. So as you can see here, it's been very kind to 3-year-olds this race. 12 of the last 13 winners of this race were 3. Actually 7 of the last 13 winners did win last time out. So I'm going to be looking at 3-year-olds that won last time out, and looking at the runners, there is actually only 2 of those specific horses. So that leaves Noisy Jazz and the favourite, See Just In Time. Now, See Just in Time has been good. I think she's going to continue to improve and be a good horse. But she was up to 1 mile 4 for the first time last time and didn't really seem to improve massively from a Goodwood listed race where she came 6th of 7, kind of 3.5 lengths behind Lava Stream, which I don't think is great form. She did go to Campton next time up to the 1 mile 4 and won, but it wasn't particularly impressive. And the other one is quite an interesting runner that's been declared here, Noisy Jazz, for James Owen and ridden by Sylvester de Souza. So it will have been 20 days since this horse made her debut. And she's a Ulysses filly out of Miss Brown to You. And the interesting thing about Miss Brown to You is she was also the dam of Big Orange. Big Orange was a brilliant stayer for Michael Bell, which makes Noisy Jazz a half sister to Big Orange. So there's definitely stayers in the pedigree. There's certainly indications that this trip won't be too far for her. So the question mark will be, can you go from 8 furlongs, a mile at Newmarket, all the way up to 1 mile 4 for only your second career start in a listed race at York? But I think this horse is classy enough to make that step up. I think there's enough indications in the pedigree that this will suit. The way she ran last time was super impressive. She wasn't fancy. She was 25 to 1. She pressed the leaders early. She led over 4 furlongs out. She's gonna have an engine. She might be able to go from the front here, and yeah, I like that. I like that angle. I love backing Ulysses, progeny of Ulysses going up in trip. That's exactly what we're getting here. A massive hike up in trip. I've took 14 to 1 before she was declared, but 10, 12 to 1 is still a good price. Still getting each way price on this. So yeah, Noisy Jazz in the Galtres at 4:10 York on Thursday is going to be a bet for me. Just slightly edging out See Just in Time, just because I'm not sure she particularly warrants the favourite tag, having not really proved that she's fully improving this year. I expect her to improve more as a 4-year-old. So yeah, in this race, we're going to chance Noisy Jazz at 12 to 1.